Descriptive statistic is the term given to the analysis of data that help describe, show, or summarize data in a meaningful way. Descriptive statistics allow us to make conclusions beyond the data we have analyzed or reach conclusions regarding any hypothesis we might have made. They are simply a way to describe our data.
Descriptive statistics are very important because if we simply presented our raw data, it would be hard to visualize what the data was showing, especially if there was a lot of it. Descriptive statistics therefore enable us to present the data in a more meaningful way, which allows simpler interpretation of the data. For example, of the 100 Malaysians, 50% say that they have their breakfast with Milo. Typically, there are two general types of statistics that are used to describe data.
The first type is measure of central tendency. These are ways of describing the central position of a frequency distribution for a group of data. In this case, the frequency distribution is simply the distribution and pattern of the marks scored by the 100 students from the lowest to the highest. We can describe this central position using a number of statistics including the mean, median, and mode. The second type is the measure of spread. These are ways of summarizing a group of data by describing how spread out the scores are. For example, the mean score of our 100 students may be 65 out of 100. However, not all students will have scored 65 marks. Rather, their score will be spread out. Some will be lower and others higher. Measure of spread help us to summarize how spread out these scores are. To describe this spread, a number of statistics are available to us, including the range, variance, and standard deviation.
When we use descriptive statistics, it is useful to summarize our group of data using a combination of tabulated descriptions, graphical descriptions, and statistic commentary.
For example of inferential statistics, of the all Malaysians, 50% say that they have breakfast in their meal. And then from the example, we can see the difference between two statistics. For the description statistic, we will have the number, but in inferential statistics, we're using all these words in our statement.
Inferential statistics can be constructed with descriptive statistics. Inferential statistics consists of methods that use results obtained from samples to make decisions or conclusions about a population.
So we have enough discussion on the two subjects. All you need to know is that descriptive statistics is all about illustrating your current data set, whereas inferential statistics focus on making assumptions on the additional population that is beyond the data set under study, while descriptive statistics provide the summation of the data the researchers has actually studied, whereas inferential statistics make the generalization, which means the data provided you is not actually studied.